So here we have my blue forget-me-nots that I have grown in my garden. You can see that I start to pick each flower one at a time. I then put my flowers into a container so that I can keep my flowers organized. Here I am taking each flower that I just picked and I'm putting them on wax paper in my book to press for the next 2 weeks to hopefully dry out. Here's a weed that I already dried out. Now I begin the process of making 2 pairs of stud earrings. I take my UV resin and I start to spread it out. This step can be very time consuming. My next step would be to use my lighter to get the remaining air bubbles out of my resin. Next step would be to use my UV lamp to cure. Here I am getting my second layer of resin ready to do the background. I use my mica powder to get that nice beautiful black. Using my lighter to get more air bubbles out before I do the process of curing for the 3rd time. Next step is putting just a little drop of resin so that I can now place my flowers down. Here is a weed that I already picked and dried out. I think it will go really pretty with my forget-me-not blue flower. Now you can see that I'm putting my first forget-me-not flower down. Here are some of my forget-me-not flowers. When making a pair of stud earrings, I try to make the studs as identical as possible, which can be hard at times because you're using wild flowers. I just took my stud earrings out from the UV light so that my flowers would stay in place. Now I'm putting my last and final layer of resin on my studs. Going under the UV light for the last time. That's all. Now you've seen how to make a beautiful pair of stud earrings using UV resin and home dried out pressed flowers.